We've all waited for a very long time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 171. Due to the weirdness that comes from Shonen Jump break weeks, it's actually been more than 2 weeks since we've gotten a new chapter. It's been more like 2.5 weeks, so this wait has been especially long. But now we're here. We have the new chapter. We're gonna see what happens with Megumi and Reggie. I have no idea if Jump is on break again next week. I hope not. Before we get into that, as usual, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Help us reach our subscriber goal for 2022, hitting 5,000 subscribers. Whenever we manage to do that, I'm gonna do a 24-hour live stream, which should be some kind of shit show. So definitely be sure to subscribe if you're interested in watching that. And one more thing, in case you didn't know, I have a Discord server. So I usually only mention that at the end of videos, and I don't think many people stick around for that. So yeah, I have a link to that down in the description. Check that out if you're interested. With all that out of the way, let's get on to chapter 171 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Domain expansion, Chimera Shadow Garden. Excellent shading on Megumi's face. Yeah, that's a vertebrae. It kind of looks like it has a face from how it's oozing out all that shadow goo. Damn, that's really good. Fushiguro uses his ace up his sleeve. That's good. I really like this panel. I like the perspective on it here. Ooh! Is this gonna be simple domain? Secret technique, hollow wicker basket. Hollow wicker basket is a prototype of the new shadow style simple domain, and it has the ability to counteract a domain and its guaranteed hits. That's too bad. We should have expected someone. I don't know. I guess Reggie's pretty good. Reggie's a pretty solid sorcerer. I guess you would have to expect someone like him to be prepared to counter domains. Translator's note: original Ra is I can't read Japanese, meaning that's more kanji. Extensive, full, complete, void, emptiness, and wicker basket. I see. Oh, well. Megumi's toads have wrapped their tongues around Reggie's ankles regardless. What? In Shibuya, Jogo and Hanami use the domain amplification and a sure hit domain to counteract Gojo's limitless curse technique by deliberately not using their curse technique and thereby leaving some space to funnel it through. Hollow wicker basket and simple domains. How did he hit me? Cannot directly counteract curse techniques. I think we knew that. These curse techniques neutralize the barrier of a domain expansion and hence nullify the sure hit effect. Fushiguro's domain expansion is incomplete. Oh, I see. Wait a second. They nullify the barrier effect. Does that mean that simple domain doesn't work on Malevolent Shrine? I think it does mean that. Well, fuck. This is an unexpected benefit from having an incomplete domain expansion. However, of course, as we know, there's pros and cons to literally everything with Jujutsu sorcery, so I guess this isn't too surprising, but it is pretty cool. By converting the space inside the gymnasium into his own domain, the barrier is forcibly closed and doesn't have its guaranteed hit effect manifested by his curse technique. Reggie is looking very nervous there. Well, you don't have a guaranteed hit, but what other benefit do you have? You get big attack. I mean, you have a bunch of shit. The big toads. You don't have that outside your domain. But what are the benefits? I feel like we're about to get those. Right now, his Chimera Shadow Garden is only an extension of the 10 shadows. Something that merely improves his potential capacity by 120%. Okay, so it's just more power. It's just he's able to do way more than he is usually. And he looks really cool here, just blended into the shadow. However, this seems to be in part due to the fact that, The scan quality for speed scans is usually not as good as the official scans, so you can't really see him. Where did your smirk go? However, that incomplete domain took Reggie's star by complete surprise. You little shit. You think you have me beat? Did you just get impaled by something? Or is this him exerting some kind of power? Someone uses very big speed. Oh, that would be Megumi. Oh, Megumi's fucking flash stepping around here, kneeing Reggie in the face, punching him in the stomach, kicking him in the back. Reggie summons a bunch of combat knives. They cut off the tongues of the toads. He summons a machete. But Megumi has his sword. Wait a second. That's not what he's doing. I'm an idiot. I forgot. Megumi's able to create shadow clones of himself in his domain. I forgot about that. So one of them has Megumi's sword ready. The other one has grabbed Reggie's foot out from under him. So he's kind of like fallen onto his face. And they're swinging Reggie into... I'm assuming this one's the real Megumi. Because he has the sword and he's got blood on his face. Oop, blocks. That's a really good clash panel right there. But the clone comes in, elbows him in the cheek. I see, these clones in Shikigami were formed before I was hit. In other words, this barrier doesn't have the sure hit effect manifested by the curse technique. Ooh, you're cutting off a bunch of the receipts. His increase in curse technique performance is incredible. This is much more challenging than a simple sure hit domain. So Megumi shouldn't try to complete his domain. It's better this way. If he uses Max Elephant here and bombards me with water, I'll be all out of moves and I'll end in defeat. But I'm not going to let that happen. That's how I do things. Oh, these aren't receipts anymore. These are fully fledged contracts. That receipt didn't just fall off. It was deliberately ripped off. Nue. Too slow. These are a bunch of cars. He just summoned a bunch of fucking cars out of nowhere. And is this water from him? I've been noticing that if I don't reinforce my footing with cursed energy, I was almost getting sucked in. Everything under this domain is your shadow, isn't it? Getting things in and out, getting yourself in and out, how convenient. But one thing bothered me. You're running low on weapons, and I've only seen one clunky cursed weapon. Either you have a low capacity and need to make sure you have room for one of your own, or you have to take on the weight of the objects you stored in the shadow yourself. I've never considered that before, but I suppose that kind of makes sense in a way. It's interesting that you're kind of having an unlimited inventory. I'm correct with the latter, so I use your domain against you. 3 passenger cars worth your weight roughly adds up to 2.4 tons. Your clones didn't seem to support the weight, but can you still use your Shikigami? Anyhow, if I watch my step, are you going to pull out Maharaga, Megumi? I'll keep adding weight until you collapse under your own weight. I think you're missing it. Even if it's incomplete, a domain is a domain. There's shadow. Above you too. Summons Max Elephant on top of Reggie. Who will collapse first, Reggie? A weight-bearing contest. Very interesting. Very nice. Oh shit, Euler's color page this week looks fucking great. God damn. Well, that was chapter 171 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I think that was pretty worth the wait. That was a pretty goddamn solid chapter. I liked it a lot. What did you guys think? I'll probably have a review out sometime later today. Yeah, hopefully sometime later today. That's the plan. So if you're interested in watching that and you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reactions and reviews every week. If you enjoy discussing Jujutsu Kaisen with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce in this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to that down in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.